So this video is about using the side fist, a hammer hand, which is going to be using this part of the hand here. It's nice and padded, and again, should you perhaps be in a situation where striking outwards is more effective than trying to do a punch or a palm or a knife hand, then this is the right tool. Difference is, it's very similar. This is going to be, if you've watched the previous video on knife hand strikes, inwards knife hands, outwards knife hands, this one should follow very easily. So my advice would be, if you haven't yet seen that one, watch the video on knife hand strikes first. There's a couple of videos out there, a basic one and a more advanced one. Have a look at those, and I think it will give you a much clearer idea of how to do these next moves. So I'm going to whiz through the side fist a little bit quicker than I would normally do, because we've covered a lot of the basic movements and actions in a previous video. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to have a look at which bit of the hand is being used. It is the side fist there. Make sure the fist is nice and tight. Now, a couple of basic things I see lower grades do is having the thumb in the wrong place. If that's the case, you're going to find this quite hard to do and risk of injury to your hand. It's got to be tight. You've got to grip tight. We need the wrist strong, and we need the muscle here nice and strong as well for impact. Now, knife hands, when we look at those are often striking soft tissue areas. The throat, the side of the neck, the back of the neck are particularly common areas for the knife hand strike, because it's a more specialized tool. The side fist is slightly different. It's more used for more bony areas. Bridge of the nose, the jawline here, up in towards the cheekbone, the ear, right in the back of the jawline here, the side of the head. But particularly jawline, chin, these are all really good targets for the side fist there. So going from our normal guard position here, and this is very basic, so I'm going to whiz through this one. How we do our back fist, again, there's a video on all of that, getting the body twist, touch, spin, strike. Here's the difference, and again, the knife hand, we've shown you this one. Only difference really is that obviously the hand's turned, but the arm is now straight. It's not locked completely, not tight on the elbow. Keep it relaxed, but certainly as straight as you can. And again, aim for the jawline here. So again, towards the back shoulder, we spin and we strike through, and then back to guard to make sure we're not left open here. So it's a side fist, back to guard, and 2, let's do 5 of these, and 3. Here, and 4, and back to guard, and 5. Try not to do, again, what I see a lot of students do to start with is they learn control, is striking through. You've got a long way to go. This extra movement here isn't going to give you any more power, any more impact, and also you've now got to get that arm back up to here, back up to guard position again. Whereas if you strike, finish here, straight back in, nicely guarded from there. Quick change, let's put the other leg in front. I've got my right leg forward this time, right hand striking, and again from here making the fist, that's the finishing position. Jawline, I'm going to hit you here, towards the shoulder, spin back with the body, get a bit of spin and strike through. There is a shorter version, a little basic version with just flick, but in reality probably a bit more power is needed for this one. So I do recommend a little bit of twist in this one. Get the hips turning, shoulders turning, arm back, and let the whole lot come through together. And if you want to just get a little bit more speed, just try and get the hips slightly ahead of the shoulders, a bit more advanced that skill. So again, from here, striking through and back to guard. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, keep your guard up, and 5. Good. Pretty basic movement. Front hand, outward side fist, as you noticed. Very, very similar movement to the back fist. Very similar to the knife hand. This time the hand is shut, and that's hitting bone, as opposed to, with the knife hand, into soft tissue area like the neck. So from guard position there, we're now going to have a quick go at the inward side fist. Now this time, not as padded, but still a very big striking tool. This is the inwards, inner part, the inner side fist this way. And if you're not quite sure which is the inner and the outer bits, if you just stand normally with your hands to the side, this side is on the inside, it's towards your body, so that's the inner side fist, or the inwards knife hand for those that have learned that. And that's the outer side fist, or the outer knife hand, because that faces outwards there. So we use the inwards here. Right, from here, we're striking in. This is one time when the body's going to turn that a little bit more, and the vision of our eyes are going to turn a bit more. This is quite hard to stay focused on the target all the way through, but we're going to try and get you to do that one on this particular technique. So from guard position there, how do we do this? We're just going to make sure we pull back with our body. We're going to turn and open the body up this way. We're going to pull back and swing through from there. And you can see, as we've covered with the previous video on knife hand, so we'll go into more detail in that video, the body needs to remain sideways on. Fist, elbow, the shoulder and the shoulder, all in a straight line. See if you can avoid bringing that shoulder through there if you can. Now from this position here, you can see I'm sideways on, the guard is still up, and you can see it's not that easy to look at the target, but we want to try and stay focused on the target for accuracy as long as possible. So we're going to pull back and strike in this way. Keep the arm bent as you go back. As you start to extend the body, the arm then opens up. So I'll show you from this position here. Pull back and extend. Side fist, bang up into the jawline. Powerful move. There. That would be into the jaw, and the knife hand of course into the neck. So again, side fist, coming inwards, inward side fist. Let's do it at the angle so you can see me. Let's do 5 of those. Ready? 1, and pull back. Good. 2. Keep looking at the target. 3. Get it up nice and high. 4. And 5. Lovely. Good. Try the other side. And again, from here, we're going to pull back. Again, I'll slow it down a little bit. Pull back. Swing through. There. Again, try and look at the target. Now, I know it's hard when you haven't got a punch bag or a hand pad or a shield or something in front of you to hit. It is much harder because with the shield or a punch bag or a hand pad, you've got something that will put the brake on for you. You'll know where to stop because the pad is going to make you stop. You don't need to exercise that control. But, and this is why we like to do a lot of line work where you're not hitting a target for black belts, black belt gradings, because we want to see what control you've got. So from here, this is great to be practicing at home. These are sort of things that all black belts should do, or those leading up to black belt level should do before gradings. So get used to working without a target there. So again, pull back, try and visualize somebody being there. Try and again, the more you can visualize, the more effective it is. Let's do one more of those. And that's inward side fist off the front hand. Good thing is, the hands are already closed, back to guard. Fairly simple. Now, let's have a look at it off the back leg. So the inwards side fist off the back leg, back arm. So from here, we're going to swing through a big power move. Same as we did with this one with the previous video, throat level. This time, side of the head, side of the jawline, big strike through this way. Again, control. Need to make sure the body turns here. Now, 2 ways of doing this, 2 ways of increasing that power level and getting the body to twist through. I prefer to teach the one with the front leg movement, but I'm going to show you both. From here, you can do, as we have done with the double palm, double punch, any of those sort of moves, including a back arm, we're just going to twist that foot through and let that body extend. Same as this, we can do exactly the same. We can twist through and extend that way, particularly if you haven't got room to go forward. If you have got room to go forward, my choice would be every time, little diagonal step. Let me show you what I mean. We're just going to take that front foot and we're just going to do a short step diagonally across. Not forward, not to the side, in between, 45 degrees. Little step, start to get the arm in position here. Make sure the foot ideally is in position before we strike fully. Big swing back and then a big strike through. Big step, big turn, and a strike through from there. So again, step, start to step, arm back here and strike through. Now you can see how my body has turned, step and strike through. Now this is hard, to try and keep your eye on the target. Try and just look at the side of your eye there at the target if you can. Let's do a couple more of those. Step, swing back. Now you're finding this time the arm's going to open up a little bit earlier and I'm going to swing in with a straighter arm from back there and through. Let me show you again from here. Try this at home. Step. Arm back can be bent to start with, but as it starts to come through, straight arm. That's how we're going to get the impact. Make sure the body still sideways, excuse me, still sideways on. I'll show you from here, there, there, nice and straight. Try to avoid this. If you don't get this shoulder back, you lose a lot of power, lose a lot of control. It's an awkward move to get right, but as soon as you put the punch bags in front of you, you're going to just discover how much power this move's got. But let's get control of it first, let's get technical understanding of it first. Let's have a quick go on the other side. So again, from here, step, from there, swing through, strike and back. Step and strike. Again, now this one, ideally head level, but look, it can come body level. We can actually use the whole part of this arm as a striking tool up in towards the chest. The fist can also hit in towards the solar plexus there, just below the rib cage. Nice effective target there. So again, from here, we're going to swing through, inward side fist. It's hard to get that shoulder through. Focus, if you can, on that back shoulder. Get control. Bang, back to guard. Bang. Now in reality, There's quite a long way to come back to guard here, but look, that move's a finishing move. You probably put a whole host of other techniques in first before you've done that move to finish with. So that's not really an opening move, it's not going to start the fight, but it's hopefully one move that's powerful enough to finish the fight. So, we've covered outwards knife hand, basic, okay? Outwards knife hand can be done in different directions, of course, but it's still the same movement. Now, inwards knife hand, we're going to do one off the front hand, we're going to do a big power move off the back hand. Here's a little combination we like to throw out at you here. Do an outward side fist this way, and a big inward side fist this way. 1, 2. Again, if you can try and get this all flowing together, 1. You see my foot's already starting to go, the back hand's already starting to come through, and 2. Let's just try a couple more of those, and 2. And 2. And swing through. Good. And this side, 1 and 2. Get that body twisting. 1, 2. So the first one, more to really to just shock them a little bit, get that in the jaw, and big power move from there. Swing through. And again, technically it's quite hard to do this combination, so again we like to throw that out to high grades there. Great. Now, quick recap. We've done outward side fist, front hand inward side fist with a step wide, and inward side fist off the back arm is a big power strike. We've also got a variation of that where we twist the back foot this way if you haven't got room to travel forward. And we've had a look at a very common, popular grading combination there for higher grades as well. That's the inward side fist, side of the fist, inwards, outward side fist, particularly here as a target, here, side of the head, ear, another target there as well. Big bony areas of the body. Thank you very much, hopefully you found that useful. Thank you.